Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And I also help students who are preparing for FRM CFA exams to clear their exam in the first attempt. And today I'm going to be, I've got my student, his name is Lavish, and he's going to be sharing with us the experience of him clearing the exam in November 2021 in his first attempt. And throughout this journey, what all challenges he faced, what are the problems he faced, how he prepared, basically he's going to share that entire thing. And the purpose of creating these videos are basically a lot of students who are preparing on their own and they don't have any help support. So by going through these videos they will get an idea of how other people are preparing. So first of all, thank you, Lavish. Thank you for joining in and giving your time toward this discussion. Thank you very much. And basically, before we start the discussion, can you please give a brief about yourself, in the sense, when you started FRM, what were you doing?
So let me introduce myself. I am a chartered accountant, cleared 2 years ago, and from past 2 years, I am in a job in the banking industry. And when I thought to do FRM, the basic idea was that it is related to I want to progress in the banking sector and want to open gates for the MNCs type. So I just prepared. At that time, I didn't know what are the benefits and all. I didn't know exactly at all,
Mhm.
but yeah, with my friend, one of my friend and me started this, and basic idea was that we want to have a degree at the beginning of the time. We want to have an additional degree besides chartered accountant. So when I come to the knowledge of Ganesh Nayak sir, and I heard that he has a video who is providing lectures on the app basis. So
Mhm.
basic idea was to that manage my job with basic this time management. Like I
Right.
want to if I have a half an hour, like
Mhm.
suppose in a job you may come upon a time where you want to extra work hard, very hard, and sometimes your day is free.
Mhm.
So basic idea was that to go for the lectures in which we have the time according to our time management we can go for the lectures. So
Okay.
Ganesh Nayak's lecture was very good, and it's for the basic understanding,
Mhm.
because as a chartered accountant background, my statistic was very
Okay.
was very poor. So
Okay. Okay.
so that's the worst that's the difficult part I want to overcome it, because stat wise I have no idea or no clue. Other than that, from the past 1 year, I had started preparing registered for the exam in the January
Mhm.
of February 21. After that, May exam was postponed due to the COVID, so I didn't get much study at the time. And after that, from October, November, and September, October, November, I had started, for the 3 months, I had started with the time management. Like I have to give 4 hours a day or 3 hours a day.
Mhm.
So, there's a time when you have no intention, like you don't want to study.
Okay.
So at the time what I used to do, like on one day I don't want to study, my मेरा मन नहीं लग रहा है, like
Mhm.
so I just leave that day. So I
Okay.
just go to the next day, and if that day next day obviously it's not gonna be same at all
Mhm.
days, like एक दिन मन नहीं लग रहा तो दूसरे दिन of course लगेगा. So
Mhm.
I want to stretch at the other day, but
Okay.
my target was fixed, like not day wise. My target was on the 15 days wise and 1 month wise. Like I have to complete this chapter in this book in this many month.
Okay.
Or so
But Lavish,
accordingly, I
one
planned for
question.
it.
One question. So primarily
Yeah,
you had you were planning to appear for May, but you could not prepare. And then when
correct,
basically you started your actual preparation in the month of September, right?
correct.
Am I correct? Okay. And then which book were you referring to? Was it Swedger or some other book?
I No, I prefer to Ganesh Nair sir and Swayzer. Ganesh Nair sir basic caution practice. I prefer for the caution practice because chapter wise caution is there, so it
Mm-hmm.
is very helpful. You know, when the book is, one chapter is complete and you have the caution chapter wise caution, then you get more clarity after doing that, because
Right,
chapter wise you get the theory part, but in practical if you don't practice at the same time, you
right.
will not understand the main content of the chapter. So
Right.
because there are many chapters which are interlinked with each other,
Hmm.
so in order to understand that, you need to do cautions on regular basis from the
And
beginning.
you were so from September you properly started watching the videos, or you were watching the
No,
videos
no,
before?
videos I had completed before me only. But after
Oh.
September, I just go through the caution practice. September, October,
Hmm.
November, I go for the self study and with the cautions of
Right.
the app of Ganesh Naik.
ठीक है. And then primarily when you were preparing, see when the exam got postponed, so what happened? I mean, after that, the next 3 months, like you said, were not able to prepare, or what happened in that next 3 months?
Actually, at that time, COVID was there, so I was corona positive at that time. So
Okay.
at that time, I didn't even think about the exam. I just want
Right.
to recover and do my job. So in 3 months, I didn't even touch the books. So from
Okay.
the September months, it's high time. So I need to go now, because you at least need 3 months to study, because
Right.
the course is little
Very
large.
vast. Yes. Yes.
So
But
yeah.
when you started in September, so did you face that problem that okay, I now have to read everything again, or did you remember the content? What happened?
No, no. If you go concept wise, the you remember the if you have a
Hmm.
concept clearance, then you do not need to go. If you it will not take you enough time. To like in January to May, January to April, which I study. It takes me like if it takes me one chapter to complete 2 days. two
Hmm.
days to complete one chapter. In the now in the second September, it takes only one day to chapter one. I can complete one chapter in one day. So it is basically, if you, it's the second revision, right? So in the
Right.
second revision, if you have clarity, you can do more things and better understanding. Because, like I said, stats is my weakness. So
Hmm.
I had I had more focus on statistics, because
Okay.
volume two, book two is, I want to, even if I get three books clearance, but if I have stuck on the book two, then it will not be beneficial for me. So
So
I had
so
more focus on the second.
second book, right? Now, when you were solving the question back, how were you solving? Did you revise first book and then solved, or you revised
No,
three
no,
books together?
no. What I do, like I in a particular book, like there are chapters like book three and book four. There are chapters interlinked with each other, like bonds valuation type. So I used to go all the chapters of book three, book four related to bonds. Then I go for the
Okay.
questions,
Right.
like related to what questions are there. So
Hmm.
what are the interlinked questions I can get? I can get through it. Like what are the interlinks? What can the questions be most difficult part? Well, I also go to
Okay.
the question books on Telegram, so
Hmm.
I refer that to also. I mean, basically, September to November was my question solving part mainly.
Okay. And you when did you completed your chapter wise questions? The one which I had given
Uh,
you.
chap-
Huh.
Chapter wise, I guess October mid, and 15 days. In the last 15 days, I again go for the revisions, because at
Okay.
that end time, questions is enough, but in the last 15 days, you need to go through the books also, and it's you don't believe me that all the four books I had completed in around 7 days, 7 to 8 days in the
Okay.
last revision. So it takes me around approx three revisions
Hmm.
with my job, and it's okay for me. I have taken a leave from the office like for around 7 days only. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that 7 days was enough for the third revision if you have your concepts clearance in the first and second. First time you are doing to go for the concept clearance and not for
Right.
the things like I want to do, I want to complete the chapter. In second attempt, try to correlate, second revision, correlate the things between the chapters. In the
Right.
third revision, you will get, if your concepts are clear, then it will not take more than 7 days to complete the entire syllabus of FRM, according to me.
Okay. Perfect. And so when you started solving the question bank in September, how many hours were you giving to prepare for the exam on a daily basis?
Uh, my concept was clear, like I have to give minimum 4 hours before the job and after the job. So I was to, schedule a timing in which before starting a job like 9:15 to 10, I gave around 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, or in the evening I used to give 8 to 10. After 10, I do not open a book. I don't want to open a
Right,
book because
right.
at night I don't, because if you're like, you are too exhausted from morning to night 10 p.m.
Hmm.
that after 10 your mind is so tired that if you trying to read the book, your concept, your mind will not work. Like what I faced issue,
Hmm.
like after 10 when I try to read a book, it's like you are reading but you are not understanding it. So
Okay,
I
okay.
just closed at a time.
And when you were watching that video before May, so you're following the
Mhm.
same pattern of time. That means morning 2 hour and evening 2 hour.
Correct, correct. From the beginning I used to I used to follow the same schedule.
Okay, okay, perfect. Now, 1 month before so your exam was on which date? 15th or 16th?
24th November, I
Hmm.
failed the exam date as
So
a preference date.
now, from 1st of November till 24th, what happened?
So basically, from 1st November, from around 10th to 15th October, I closed the question book.
Hmm.
After that 15 days, work pressure was there, so I couldn't get much time. So I just used to do reading, cautions reading, like cautions. I'm solving the cautions more, little bit daily. So in order to get in touch, because if you lose a touch, then it will be hard to वापस,
Hmm.
after
Hmm.
वापस उस client पर आना. So I did, even on the work pressure, I just used to do some cautions.
Okay.
So in order to कुछ भूले नहीं, चलता रहे.
Hmm.
फिर
Right.
1st November से I tried very hard. Like I used to even give 6, 7, 8, 10 hours. 1st November I was
Okay.
very serious, and at the end of the time is the all matter, because your all preparation for the past few months, it's on depends on the last 1 month. So if you are really serious about it, you need to give at least 15 days serious towards the last 15 days, because you need to get serious. Otherwise, it's
Right.
not an easy exam.
So you
If you
solved
have,
the sectional test, or you solved the important concept quizzes. Did you get time to solve that
uh,
also?
yeah, I tried some of it, but on the daily basis, I used to do whatever questions. I didn't go for the preference. Like I opened the app and I just find the first mock test and I just started doing. I didn't even read the name, because
Okay.
if I
Okay.
read the name, I go for the. I My mind was diverting towards the, like, this was from this chapter. In the exam, you didn't get the chance that this is from what chapter. So I need to. I didn't open the see the name of the quiz, and I just started and started solving the question.
Okay.
In the starting, my question percentage, I didn't even to get the like they are, if there is 20 question. In the starting, I only able to correct only 5 questions of it. But after a few times, it goes to 10 and 15, and in the end, it was around 16 to 17 questions
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So
And mock
practice makes the
papers.
man perfect.
Right. 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 Wonderful. And if when we talk about mock papers, so you were able to solve all the four mock papers before the exam.
Uh, No, I tried to solve two questions, two mock test paper, but yeah,
Mhm.
I have whatever questions I do, I do with honesty. Like if I started, I will complete it at one go only. So
Okay.
because if I would try to maintain the exam decorum, like
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
have 4 hours in exam, I just put a clock with me and started the questions and just try to finish in the allotted time. In
And
the exam also,
hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
in the exam also there was. Yes.
please go ahead. Sorry. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So in the exam also, like the allotted time was 4 hours, but didn't get nervous because the same was I was doing for the last 1 month or 2 months from the beginning. So
Right.
it was not difficult. Like you have the 4 hours, and I can yeah, I know that I can complete it in the 4 hours. So on the exam date, my exam paper was solved around 15 to 20 minutes earlier. So I did the the questions which was difficult, I marked on review. So I get more time to do it. So even about the 10, I try to crack 3 or 4 questions, and it will be an advantage, like 4 marks each question, and I get an additional 12 marks, 16 marks. So it will be beneficial on that
Perfect.
also.
Perfect. Now, when you entered the exam day, okay, the exam center, 4 hours, what
Mhm.
happened in that first hour? Tell me what happened in the first hour.
Basically, my main focus is that don't get nervous. You have done it earlier,
Hmm.
on the not on the exam, but you have given the mock test. These are
Right.
the of the same level. So I try to make contacts with the friends, like which I have on that day. So don't think about too much on the exam day. Like
Hmm.
if you are appearing, you are going inside the exam, don't take too much pressure. Just relax. You will do. It's not new. You have prepared it for the last 6 7 months. Just take it easy.
Got it. So
And
basically, you were making yourself mentally ready for the exam,
yes,
right?
yes,
And
correct.
but
So
when you started solving in the exam, what
mhm.
happened? I mean, were you able to solve the questions properly? How many questions
so
were there, theory and calculation? So on that.
theory part was basically, I can say, more weightage theory chapter wise, and practical wise was less, but practical question was good. Like on the they are on the basic understanding. Like if you have understood the theory part, you can do it the practical one also. They are not direct wise questions, so it's a, you can do it if you have cleared the concept now. You can do it in the starting 1 hour. I was trying to focus, like just try to do the maximum you can do in the first hour, because first hour
Right.
is your when your mind is fresh. So when I am
Hmm.
stuck in a question, I just skip it and go to the next one, because I want to try to go for the maximum questions attempts in the first hour. Like I have everyone, like there are 100 questions, and everyone are there try to make like 20. We have to do 25 questions in the first hour and 25 in the next hour, and each hour 25 questions. But my concept was that on the first 2 hours, to try to do like 60 to 70 questions, because
Okay.
if you do that in the last 30, your mind will in the last 2 hours your mind will get little tired, because you will not get a break. It's a continuous
Okay.
4 hour, and your mind will lose some of the potential. So try to do maximum questions in the first 2 hours, and if you get stuck, just skip to the next part. You will get enough time. Like if you have completed 70 questions in the first 2 hours, and you have 30 questions to do in the next 2 hours, you will get enough time to go to the first questions, and just try to think with the peace mind peace.
Right.
You
Right.
can
So
go look at it.
last 2 hours or last 1 hour, you will be free in the sense that whatever questions you
Yeah.
had put for review, you would do it
Mm.
much better. That was a strategy.
Yes,
Now
because
you were
in the starting there was a pressure, like you have to complete 100 question. You will just go once and just tick. So in the end, you know that you have completed 80%, you just need 20 percentage. You need to complete
okay.
only 20%.
Okay.
Your mind will automatically react according to it, and you will not believe what I was put review on the starting. I can easily complete in the end, even if my mind was tired, but my mind was relaxed. That
Right.
yeah,
Right.
tough
Okay.
part
That's a
was
very
done.
good strategy. I mean, uh, because lot of time when you reach at the end, you feel that okay,
Mhm.
I have only 30 minutes left and I have to solve 20 questions. So by in that pressure itself, you tend to make a lot of mistakes. So this strategy
Correct.
is definitely very good. And so you were able to solve the entire 100 questions properly in the sense, did you found
Yes.
any difficult questions in that set of 100?
Yeah, there are a mixture of, like difficult question was also there, so I didn't get worried. Like yeah, if the question was difficult, I just tried to do my best and just go ahead. I didn't think that this was the difficult. I need to complete it. I just skip it.
So out of
And
100, how many questions did you felt that you had solved properly?
uh, around 80% question, I know that answer. Even if I made silly mistake on that, but yeah, 80% of the questions I know, I had read it. I know how to solve it.
Hmm.
So 80% question is fine, and 20%, tukka bachi.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So now, when the result came in, okay, what are the quartiles that you got?
Okay, so I guess in the book one I got one quintile, and in the book two and book three I got, I guess, two or three. I didn't remember it. And in the
Mm,
book four I got the first quintile. So basically, stats was my weakest. So I tried to, I said earlier, I tried to practice hard, but yeah, okay. I was happy that I got to clear the second book in a fair manner.
wonderful, wonderful. So now, what was the biggest challenge that you faced during the entire preparation in terms
And
of
that preparation, like,
motivation and thing? Yeah.
yeah, like job pressure was obviously a biggest factor. Like
Hmm.
if you are doing a job, they are getting a paid. You need, there are times when you are like so frustrated that you don't want to open the book that day. It's fine,
Hmm.
don't open that book, or don't open the book on that day. Try for the next day, because if you open a book on a frustrated mind, your half mind will be in the office work. So just try to relax and chill at the time, because at the
Right.
other day your office work is, you will love the office work and you will be happy. Then at that day, instead of chilling, try to make
Use of
harder
that
for the
time.
studies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
make great use of the time.
And
That's my
give me,
simple logic.
so if somebody is now asking you, give me three tips to clear FRM level one, what would be that three tips?
Practice solving first is the most. First, go for the chapter, all the chapters with the along with the practice solving of the Ganesh Nair. I would prefer it. Caution practice is the must. Second, don't panic at the exam day. Just be chill, and you have, if you have solved the mock test earlier, it's the same. Don't get
Hmm.
overexcited or over nervous. So that's the same. And third, do regular studies, like with the job, like what I was doing, like with the job, get in touch with the book, like at all times, like even if one question a day, two question a day, or many times 20 questions a day, but just keep in touch with it.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. I mean, I'm really thank you for this entire discussion. And because see, if you look at the entire part of preparation of yours, you were very consistent till April. Then obviously exam got postponed. You also got impacted by COVID, and there was a gap. And still, you were able
Yeah,
to go back to the book and do your consistent preparation from September onwards. That's a very very difficult task, and you were able to do it along with your job. So definitely, it deserves a good recommendation and good approach that you had abused it. And so from that perspective, and thank you very much for sharing your journey, sharing your experience. And I'm sure this video is going to be very helpful for people who get demotivated in between because of XYZ reason, who are exams are getting postponed. So they might get motivated by looking at your journey and your clearing part. And also from the start, that the problem that you faced about statistics, because you come from a very finance background like CA, but in the CA curriculum you're not taught the statistics in that detail which is required in the exam. So that did not stop you from approaching the exam or clearing the exam, because a lot of students I meet, the first fear that they have is, how will I be able to solve quant, or how will I be able to solve stats? So that is a wonderful part, that was a part of your journey, that you were able to tackle that and clear the exam. So finally, thank you very much for sharing your experience once again. Thank you, and we'll see you more in more sessions of our in the future, where you could share your job related experience or work related experience also. Thank you.
okay, fine, thanks.